Hello and welcome back to In the Christmas Kitchen with Pen. Now, one thing on any roast dinner that I love and I think needs to be made well are roast potatoes. Now, what I'm going to show you today, you can do up to a certain point anytime before Christmas, and you can freeze them. Okay, you can do it all on the day. I'm not saying you have to freeze them, but it's, you can do it ahead, make your life simpler. So what do you need for the best roast potatoes? Well, you need a decent potato, and I would thoroughly recommend using a Maris Piper or a King Edward. You peel them, you chop them to even shaped pieces, and then you put them in cold water to get rid of all of the starch. And then you'll need to parboil them, and that is really important. If you parboil them, you get that lovely fluffy centre with a beautiful crispy outside. If you don't parboil them, they work, but not as well. You're not guaranteed that fluffy centre, which is what I want. Extras that I will be adding to our roast potatoes are some crushed cloves of garlic, a red onion cut into wedges, fresh thyme and rosemary chopped, and some salt and pepper. But for our parboiling, we do need salt in the water, so come on down. Right, and I'm going to add quite a generous amount of salt because you need some flavour. Potatoes generally, they're not very flavoursome. So lid on, salt in, and we are going to parboil.
Playing most recent one.
Alexa stop. A computer stop. Once it comes, it's not 10 minutes from now, it's 10 minutes from when your potatoes start to boil. So put a lid on, because that will stop your house getting all steamy. There's only certain times you want a steamy house. And once these have come up to the boil, I will turn them down and I will set the timer for 10 minutes. And at that point, we shall come back. Okay, our 10-minute boil is nearly up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the potatoes and put them into a colander. There. There we go, we're finished. I'm not going to tip them out straight away because I want to just pop the, look, can you see them? How nice and fluffy they're looking? I'm going to pop the onion in there for a couple of minutes. So, potatoes drained into a colander. I'm going to let them air dry for a couple of minutes. In the meantime, put this back on and pop the onion wedges in just for 2 minutes. Okay, there's our potatoes. They're just going to sit there air drying. Now, when it comes to roasting your potatoes, it's Christmas, so goose fat, duck fat, don't like it, oil, that's fine. Some people use a mix of oil and butter, even better. Oil for the high temperature, butter for the flavour. Some people use olive oil. I'm not a fan. Or you can use beef fat or pork fat, a lard basically. But what you want to do is you want to get your fat open. And you need to get your fat warm before you start cooking. I say warm, I actually mean hot. So go in and be generous. It's Christmas, okay? in. There you go, I've put 2 big spoonfuls. And then that's going to go on the top shelf of my oven. And I'm going to preheat it. They're roasting, so we're going to go on roast. And we're going to go up to 200. And we'll go, oh gosh, look at me, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. Time. We'll go for 40 minutes. And we press start. We're just giving, in fact I'm going to pop it in, but it will have a 2-minute preheat. But that's okay. So there's our potatoes done. And what you do now is you give them a little shake. And can you see what that's done to them? Just shake them. And then once my fat is hot, I'll show you what's next. Our fat is now red hot and it's all melted and we're ready to go. So take the pan out and carefully add your potatoes. And what you want to do, there's a slight sizzle there, so it could have probably gone a bit warmer, but pop them in. And then turn the potatoes so that they are completely covered in the fat or oil, whatever you've used. And once they're completely covered, what you can do is you can take them out, you can pop them onto a tray. So let's get this covered. So okay, you've got to imagine this because I'm not doing it because I'm cooking them. But this is the stage where I say you can do everything beforehand. So they're now covered in oil. So then you could take them out, pop them onto a tray, like so, or a plate, just like so. And when they're cold, you can put them in the freezer. And when they're frozen, you can bag them up. And you would treat them as you would a frozen roast potato come Christmas morning. But we've got ours that we're cooking today. So now we're going to season with our salt and our pepper. Nothing else is going in yet. And we pop them back into the oven to continue their cook. And that's it, we're ready. Remember to turn your potatoes occasionally because you want them evenly cooked. So I'm just going to turn them over now. And I'm going to go in with the onions. And this means I've got about 15-20 minutes of cook time left. And softening the onions just guarantees that they cook. And having the onions just gives you a little bit more sweetness with your potatoes. So back in, there you go. And now with about 10 minutes left to go, I'm going to take the potatoes out. They're looking good. Give them another turn and add in our garlic because we didn't want our garlic to burn. That's why we're only adding it in now. And I will also add some more seasoning at this point. So in with our garlic. And it's crushed just to release some of the flavour and aroma. Now, lots of you don't use salt for medical reasons, but I can assure you it definitely does make it taste better. If you, oops, hang on, let me go over with just a little of our rosemary and garlic, but it definitely tastes better with. So the herbs, the oil will bring out the flavour of the herbs too. Right, and that's it. Next time you see these, they'll be ready to dish up. Potatoes are almost finished. So let's get ready. Done. And all you need, there you go, look at those. And all you need to do now is to just take them out and dish them up, or take them out and put them into a bowl. Don't forget your garlic and your onion too. And once this fat is cooled, you can strain it, pop it into a pot and use it again. A pot, you could put it into a ramekin, you know, whatever you've got, but it is most definitely reusable. So that's our potatoes. We'll just go over with just a little bit more of our herbs. There you go. And there you are. The perfect roast potato can be done in 2 parts, but please do parboil because you will get that beautiful soft inside. Now, these are actually for today's dinner, so I will be trying them, but I'll be trying them when I'm dished up. Well, there we go. Our roast potatoes are cooked. They are done and they're served with some turkey that I'd cooked a couple of weeks back, some parsnips, some gammon again cooked a few weeks back, stuffing and vegetables. So you know what's going to happen now. I take Steve's through and then we come back for the taste. Well, I have spoken enough about these potatoes. I best try them. So, right, so crispy and oh so fluffy inside. Look, I'm trying to look. Looks good to me. You know why it looks good? Because it tastes good. So, a great way for your Christmas roasties. You don't have to add the onions and garlic, but it does just add something else to the flavour. And parboiling is your key. Right, I've not eaten all day and this tastes so good. So I'm going to go, and I just need to say thank you for watching this Christmas in the Kitchen with Pen roast potatoes, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye bye.